Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, at the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
15 yards to go.
Still 15 yards to go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, McDonald.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 48.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 43-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
5-yard gain on the play. First down, Seattle.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. This time Wilson will throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield. Wilson
to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Throwing on first down. McDonald. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These 2 rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's McDonald. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And they'll try to run the option here.
And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Carson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle.
Wilson's.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And this is 3rd down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Seahawks nothing.
And the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. There's Wilson to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
Incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, does it?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wilson being chased out left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Always got some breathing room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Past the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Niners 24. Seahawks nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
And what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. gun. Wilson dancing to his left. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll try to run with Carson into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Both over the mic.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Throwing, it's McDonald. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. On 1st down, McDonald. For a right side here, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McDonald. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
McDonald.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. From the gun, McDonald, and that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for number 4.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Makes the score.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it first and 10.
Here's McDonald to throw.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
DK Metcalf, incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
56.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On second down now, it's Carson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there. First down.
First down.
Here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Seattle.
Now it's Carson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. D Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll play action now. Wilson rolling to his right, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it's going to be second down.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down, 3 down. 31's the mark. I got it.
Throwing again. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 13. And the return will stop right around the 25. So that one will be accepted. Play action. It's Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat, and first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
To throw again, McDonald. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
McDonald sets to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
That's caught at the 25.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, McDonald. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, McDonald. Stepping up, he's going to... Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. From the shotgun, Wilson. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On 3rd down, Carson. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, they're lucky. If that was roughing, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, still 4th.
But now it brings up a decision, doesn't it? Now you're in a position where maybe it changes what you do.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll throw from the gun.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
At the Seahawks.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here's the option.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
And they take a knee. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense.